taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the people out there tonight. Thank you for watching as Heart to Heart Motorsports is back with a brand new season, Season 10, with your host, Bobby Boy, in the booth, and J-Dog in here with me. How you doing, J-Dog?
It is showtime, folks. Season 10 for Heart to Heart. Late model series.
Late models, man, bring a lot of action here. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight here as these cars are qualifying here. The field will invert at the end of the qualifying run, and we will run into two 15-lap heat races tonight after qualifying here tonight. That will also invert to the field for our main run of 100 laps tonight for a 100-lap feature here. Track degrees is about 65 degrees right now. We're running some cool temperatures, but as we'll see, that tire buildup will get on the track as we get running here and qualifying and in these heat races and into the feature. So that will cause a little bit of tire wear here on these guys. That's really all they're really going to have to worry about tonight is tire wear. Fuel is not really an issue here. So we're going to get into some good racing tonight. We have quite a few drivers out here tonight for the first race of the season. Looking forward to see what everybody brings this season. You know, a lot of new drivers, a lot of fast drivers. I think it's going to be very exciting.
It's definitely going to be a very exciting this coming up season. We're going to have these drivers is fairly prepared. They've been practicing I've been practicing with them and seeing them on this track, and it's going to be a tough race today. If they really got to keep an eye on these tires, and if they don't keep an eye on these tires, it's going to be bad on it.
As of right now, Scott Cazenave is going to be the leader right now with an 18.335.
Saw Andrew just tapped the wall a little bit on his qualifier.
As we're getting geared up for this new season, everybody, this is the season that we've been waiting for, and we're getting ready to also do the truck series on Sundays, everybody, starting October 26th. Please make sure y'all check out Motormouth Broadcasting on YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel so you don't miss out on Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series starting on the 26th. Same time, just a different day. So looking forward to running that as well. Me and J-Dog actually be hopping in the wheels of those. Looking forward to running those trucks this season. But I'm very excited to see what these drivers are going to do tonight. I love some good short track racing, and just to see some door banging and some banging around, you know. So this ought to be a lot of fun. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night, y'all. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future heart-to-heart races. We're going to be bringing races to you for a 12-week season, everybody. Races every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So looking forward to doing some good racing here. Looking forward to a lot of fun throughout the season. There's no telling what's to bring here with some of the tracks we have put on the schedule this season. So guys are going to have to battle it out really hard for some points. Now as we take a look here at Rusty Robinson in the number 5 out here running his qualifying run. Currently going to put himself in P6 on that first lap with an 18.667.
If he wants to make it in his top 5, he needs to pick it up a little bit. Barely.
Mr. Joe Flack there, everybody. We call him the Flash.
Joe Flash at a 91. See what he does on his qualifier.
Getting a little bit free there coming off the corner.
You can overdrive these corners, man. You got to be really careful in these corners. You can be slightly on this gas too, because if you don't, you'd be sliding all over the place.
That's going to put his last lap there at a 19.100. All right, everybody, as that looks like everybody is qualified, we're going to step away for a minute, and we're going to thank our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
From custom millwork, to hands-on training, to the best products in the industry, T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, helps you do more. Each of our locations includes showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you have a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, building better together.
All right, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. As we got 2 minutes to go before we gear up here for the first heat race, we're going to take a look here at the driver cams while we're here. Look like we got the O2 of Bobby Joe Lane there in that Bass tire gear there. He got on the cam for us tonight. Going to show his support there. So y'all make sure y'all show him some love there. Show him some love there as he's all geared up with his sponsor there. Ready to get ready for the race season there. Got his new steering wheel there. It looks all fancy, ready to rock. So I'm looking forward to see what everybody does tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be exhilarating, everybody. This is what you call close racing here. When I'm talking about close racing, this you cannot get much closer than this. It might spread out a little bit, but you're definitely going to see some action tonight, everyone. So I hope you're ready for it as we get ready for some door-banging adventures. All right? So good luck to everybody tonight, all the drivers out there, if y'all can hear me. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody out there. So please don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, let's also not forget to thank our other sponsors as well. Chasing Muscle Cars, everybody. Y'all go check them out on YouTube, or also go check them out on Facebook. Also, please, y'all, let's also give a big shout out to Greg Langford of CNL Carpets for everything he's done for this league and throwing out his sponsorship for this season as well, showing his support to Heart like he has always done throughout since the beginning. So much love to all of the sponsors that's been here since the beginning of time. They're always here to support us in everything we do. Much love to all of you. I appreciate you all. Let's get ready to go green flag racing.
Beautiful night skies over Bakersfield, California. As these drivers now get ready to line up.
Good luck
for the first
Good luck,
heat.
everybody.
All right, everybody, here is going to be the lineup here for Heat 1, everybody. This is going to be Andrew Longmire in P1 starting in that inside lane with Ronald in P2. Dan Collison's going to take up at P3 with Robert Yonke in P4 on that outside. Bobby Joe Lane's going to start in that P5 spot with Scott Casnave, his teammate, starting in P6. That's going to be the first heat, everybody. Let's see what happens here.
Bobby boy, there's your favorite car out there, the Fruity Pebbles car.
I like me some Fruity Pebbles. I'm just saying, Fruity Pebbles are the bomb.
We might want to get these tires, drivers, and get these tires a little bit warmed up before you get out here on this track.
I believe right now, they think right now it's just a heat race. It's 15 laps. It's time to go. It's time to give it everything I got, get the points on the board right now, because this is the time you're racing for points right here. This is when you want the points. But the question is, do you really want to finish in the front or do you want to finish in the back? Because that field is inverted, so it definitely makes a change here.
Yeah, it does make a difference here. We're just going to have to find out and see. If I was one of these drivers, I'd be trying to finish in the back and hopefully being converted into the front.
Just to try to get those extra points in the feature.
That's true.
What's up, Ronald? Good to see you in here, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, pace car's off.
Green flag! Good Phil, got a good start. 28 going wide out there. There is 3 lanes on this track, and they're going 4 wide. Coming off the back straightaway.
A lot of speed from the 02. 02 pushing into the back of the 31. Now looking at the inside as they're going 3 wide again. Scott Cazenave now into P2. Now looking at the inside for the lead position against the 8 of Ronald. Lots of position changes.
Bobby doing the L2 now is right behind the 8, trying to look from the inside, now going the outside, going back to the inside, now going around 1 and 2. The inside now, going the back straightaway, still holding it. Scott looking smooth up there now. Bobby Joe now starting to catch up. Coming around 4 now, going to the front straightaway.
Chasing muscle cars out there in the chat saying, good luck, guys. Let's go.
Single file back straightaway right now.
Scott Cazenave now starting to get about a 1 second gap here against the rest of the field. Taking a look back here at the back, Andrew's trying to hold on to that P3 position with the 28 back here bumping right behind him. Got a good battle going on here for P3. Robert Yonke on the inside of the 31 of Andrew. Now the 12 looking to get underneath as well. Looking like the lower line is picking up the better speed.
That's what it seems like on this night race tonight. Andrew falling back, probably having a little bit of car trouble, but that really depends now. We still have 7 to go. Scott all alone up there in the front right now as Bobby Joe still trying to catch up to him.
31 now looking at the inside of Dan Colson, but Robert's
I see
going
the 28
around.
going around. We got a caution.
Let's see if we could go back and take a quick look at that, everybody. What happened?
Checking up at 2.
Cautions do not count in heat races.
Looks like Robert Yonke there is just going to get a little bit loose coming off the corner there. Nothing he can do about it there, unfortunately, and Andrew's going to get into him. But like J-Dog said, they get a fast repair here in the heat race, and it doesn't take their fast repair away for the race, so they should be good to go get it fixed and come right out of the pit road there and continue on. Also, the cautions do not count here, so any laps that they run under caution, they do not count. They'll be able to get that full 15 laps in. Riding along here in the cockpit of Bobby Lane here in the 02 here. He is putting on a good show here so far. Now getting this restart here behind Scott Cazenave. This ought to be a very interesting run here. Interested to see what they're going to do on this restart.
back to go green.
All right, pace car's now in.
Green flag! Back to the restart.
Scott Kasnav going to get another good run there on that restart. The 02's just going to tuck in behind here with the 12 of Dan Colson there, going to grab into the P3 with the 8 of Ronald going to step into P4. That's also going to put Robert Yonke, everybody in P5, everybody with Andrew in P6. They're going to be straight in a line here. It looks like they're not going to be doing much double file here, just going to try to get in line and try to make their moves happen.
This time, Bobby, a green-white checker. Boys better tighten up their seatbelt. Green-white checker.
Looks like Robert there went around there back there. We took a little small glance at that, but he went around as the white flag was out, so therefore there wasn't no caution. Luckily, it was just a heat race, and he'll be able to move forward to the feature, and hopefully he'll stay out of some trouble there. But it just seems to happen on these small tracks. All right, everybody, here's going to be your starting lineup for Heat 2 with Bud Light Mike taking into P1. Daniel Youth is going to take into P2. Joe Flash is going to be in that P3 position with Rusty Robinson taking over P4. Austin Cornpost, everybody's going to take into P5 with Alan Marr going to be into P6. Here's going to be your starting lineup for Heat 2. Let's get it. Very good looking paint schemes out here tonight on this racetrack. All right, pace cars in, and we're back to green flag. 91 going to give the 47 a little bit of push on that restart. Going to be able to give the 47 a little bit of a run, but the 240 of Daniel getting a great run on that outside. Will he keep the momentum to stay up beside the 47? The 91 now looking at the inside of the number 5, and the 95 of Austin Corpost currently in that P5 position, looking to make his way. Now going to jump to the outside lane. And the 47 and the 91 are into it. 95 is going to get a piece of that as well. 91 and the 47 is just going to get into each other there a little bit. All right, pace car lights is off. Pace car's getting ready to go in. 14 laps to go. Daniel now got the advantage on that inside lane. The inside lane seems to have been running the faster lane tonight. Green flag. Austin now going to be the leader here. Now the number 5 of Rusty Robinson looking at the inside of the 240. 240 getting a great run on the outside, being able to hold on to it. The 9's trying to look into the middle there. Side by side, these guys are running for that P3 position right now. My co-host just got disconnected from the server. Hopefully we're trying to get him back in here before this race starts. All right, Austin Cornprost's going to be your race leader here with Alan Moore into that P2 position with Rusty Robinson taking into P3 and Daniel Youth in P4. Bud Light Mike's going to be in that P5 position.
We're about to get ready for this feature as these guys start now to warm up for this next actual 100 lap feature. Get ready to start. There's Alamar in the 9. Hope he's getting ready for this feature. Now, as our features get ready to start,
Good luck, everybody. Yep, good luck, all.
here's the starting lineup. Bud Light Mike in P1 position, Ronald in P2, Joe Flash in the 91 in P3, Andrew in the 31 in P4,
And good luck, guys. Have fun, man. Enjoy this.
P5 in the inside lane, we got Daniel. P6, we got Robert in the outside lane. Rusty Robinson in P7 in the inside lane. We got Daniel Carson in the in P8 and 12. Alan Marin in P9. Bobby Joe in 02, starting in 10th. Austin in P11. Inside, Scott Casanova in P12. And that will round off the whole field. All these cars looking pretty good out here on this track tonight. At least now they're getting these tires warmed up for this feature. Starting off with four tires, one fast repair. Good luck to all the gentlemen out here as the pace car is now finally pulling off. We are green at Kern. Good start. like Mike's starting to fall back from the P2 position. Now as Andrew's starting to pick up now, coming into turn 1. 4 wide in that back straightaway. I got a caution now. We're going to take a look at this real quick. We got a far chase on this. Ooh. Looks like Joe just went in and up a little bit above on Bud Light Mike. That's an unfortunate. Hopefully the drivers gain their posers and get back on the track. Rough start to this feature, but we'll be alright. Stack them up, guys. Get ready to go back to green. All these cars looking good on this back straightaway. We're just going to have to see what happens when we head back to the restart. Green flag. Oh, pretty good start there. 3 wide midway into turn 1 and 2. Go 2 now, right behind Andrew now, coming around turn 3 and 4. And Daniel right beside Rusty right now in turn 1 and 2. Alan Marr right beside Scott. Scott right beside Alan. Going into 3 and 4. Rusty now it's starting to come to the inside of Andrew. Now Bobby Joe right beside Andrew in the turn 1 and 2. Rusty trying to follow in right behind Bobby Joe. Now Scott trying to make his move on Allen. Coming around 3 and 4. Rusty right beside Andrew now starting to catch up to the field. Now he's starting to pick up the pace. Ooh, got a caution. That should be throwing one right there. Just seeing 2 cars go around. Now we got a caution.
There's going to be the second caution of the night, everybody, as we are seeing some action-packed going on. We're going to go back and take a look at that real quick. All right, everybody. It looks like Dan Colson's going to be running that lower line, but Joe Flash and Bud Light Mike's going to get into each other there a little bit, and that's what's going to cause the caution there. Looks like everybody's... Dan looks like he's in a lot of trouble there. He's smoking there quite a bit there. Going to have to go use that fast repair to get that car fixed. Sorry, everybody. We're having a few technical difficulties tonight. J-Dog's computer just acting pretty goofy tonight. So we're going to have to work on it here together and try to get it going for you, everybody. But we're going to make it work for you. Hope you're all having a good night, y'all. Thank you so much again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. We are back and we're ready to go to action. With 85 laps to go here at Kern. All right, pace car's off.
I like Fruity Pebbles, Ross.
We get ready to go back to green. Green flag, here we go.
All right, now Ronald's going to take that inside lane with the 28 of Robert going to try to jump in behind there with the 02 and P3. Now putting on a good battle here on the start. Ooh, getting a little bit into each other there. The 240 and the 02 and the 03 right there together.
Rusty right beside him, though.
Keeping some very close bumpers here on this restart here. Now the 28 looking at the inside to get the lead position here.
Rusty's been fast all night, man. He's starting to catch up now with his speed.
Scott Kasnape trying to make some work happen here.
Rusty right beside the 8. Now side by side, getting ready to go into 1 and 2.
Austin now trying to pick his way through the field here as well. Going to scrub the wall there a little bit coming off. All this battling back here is going to cause that 28 to pull away. They're going to have to try to figure out a way to get around and get around fast.
Whoa, Rusty got a little loose. Now Scott on the bottom the inside now coming in front straight away. Bobby Joe following right behind him. Now see him following back straight away. They better slow up on these tires. If they don't, they're going to be suffering before the middle of this race.
Rusty Robinson going to bust back into line here, try to gain some momentum here. Robert Yonke currently holding a really good lead here now with the second gap here against Ronald. Ronald's now trying to close the gap here. still holding down that 1 second gap. But the question is, will he burn the tires up and will he push himself more towards the back here in this long run?
Even though with that clean air, he's going to be feeling good right now, but it really depends how long his tires will actually last around this race keeps on building green.
The thing about this track definitely burns up those right side tires here as you get into them 20 lap runs.
Yeah, I've already had 3 cautions in this race already, as I'm actually having technical difficulties with my computer overheating. So right now we're actually sharing the mic, but let's get back to the action.
And now taking a little bit further back look at the field here. We got 02 of Lane here currently in P4 with Rusty Robinson right behind him with Scott Cazenave into that P3 position with Ronald still in the P2 spot. Taking a look back here a little bit further in the back of the field here, we're going to take a look at Alan Moore in that second part of the pack here with Daniel back there behind him, battling it out with Andrew here currently for that P8 position here. Dan Colson's going to be your first person off a lead lap here, so if we have another caution, he will get his lap back and he will be the lucky dog. Joe Flash here currently is going to be the person in 12th place. He's currently 3 laps down, but he's definitely got a shot at getting these laps back if we have some more cautions and he stays out of that trouble. So good luck to you out there, Joe. Hopefully you get those laps back. Going back to the excited action here, we're seeing the Lane in the 02 here now, currently looking to make his way up here to the number 8 of Ronald as Scott Cazenave just took over that P2 position.
Single file now, front straightaway going into 1. Assume these tires right now being single file, so they ain't making much moves as the race actually does progress on. So as this race continues going,
Scott Cazenave now closing that gap there on that leader, bringing that 03 up to the tailgate of that 28.
as these cars are single file, we're actually looking really good. 62 laps now, crossing the line. Bobby Joe trying to look on the outside of the 8 now. Back straight away.
Now as we're getting ready to get into this halfway mark,
Bobby Joe going side by side, around 8 right back here just a few minutes ago, trying to get around him. As Scott looking pretty good up front right now, trying to catch up to Robert. These guys got to be getting close to this. Come in to get fresh tires.
And the 0-2 is going around, and that's going to throw another caution. 0-2 getting a little bit free off the corner. But he's going to be able to get it turned around and not get into anybody else. So thank goodness for that. He'll be able to go in, get that fast repair, and get back with it.
Checking up at 2.
Looks like we're going to have a whole bunch of cars coming into pit road this time around, getting those tires, taking advantage of this caution stop.
That was probably the caution that everybody was looking forward to, too, being honest with you.
So who's it going to be there, J-Dog? Who is going to take the pit road off first? It looks like the 8.
Race off of pit road. We're going to see what happens here.
Close there for the 28 and 0-2, right? Joe Flash going to stay out that time around, get that lap back. That should make Dan Collison your lucky dog this time around, as long as he wasn't in that last incident. All right, green flag again. Let's go. 8 to the inside. 0-2 pushing now. 31 of Andrew trying to make something happen here on the restart. The 0-3 of the teammate of the 0-2 now getting behind the 0-2 trying to make something happen. 0-2's going to swing the outside lane there. That's going to give the 0-3 the push he needs on that inside lane. Now they're 3 wide here. Andrew and them's going to get collected there a little bit, but they're going to keep going here. They're going to be able to straighten it up. They straightened each other out right there. That was really close.
It was a slow start at this beginning of this race. Andrew just got a little loose right there, and they got teamwork and got fixed each other. Now we're back to green. Back to single file now. Scott trying to look on the inside of his partner, Bobby Joe.
Now this top 3 neck and neck, keeping it close. As we're getting to that halfway mark, guys, we're going to step away for 2 minutes here. We're going to go get a commercial break and thank our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
From custom millwork to hands-on training to the best products in the industry, TW Perry, Builder's First Source, helps you do more. Each of our locations include showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. TW Perry, Builder's First Source, building better together.
All right, and we're back racing here as Scott Cazenave is now closing the gap with his teammate Bobby Lane, pushing him in the 0-2 in third place, trying to do their best to catch up with the 8 of Ronald here. The 28, Robert, starting to close that gap there with Alan Marr now in P5 as well. A lot of single file racing going on right now, but there's a lot of battles going on here still, everybody. Alan Marr there
Alan Marr got
a little bit free. Gonna catch a little bit of that free side there. He's gonna be able to regain composure there. He's gonna have to keep pushing through as we're only 36 laps to go. 02 going to be your closest battle right now.
Well, we went through all the... Oh, we got a caution now.
All right, everybody, let's go back and see if we can find that.
right here.
All right, let's take a look at this in slow motion here. See what happened here. Looks like Andrew's just going to lose it, get free off of the corner there, and he's going to slam into that inside wall there. Unfortunately, that's going to put Andrew a lap down there, and hopefully he'll get turned around, be able to get that fast repair if he hasn't used it already, or be able to get that damage repaired the best he can and continue on, get those points for the season race here. All right.
That will bring out our fourth caution of this race. It's been an exciting race so far, you think?
I really think so. Now we got the two teammates here up front here in 1 and 2 now, as you're going to see Ronald go in here and get a set of tires here on this last start here. You know, you got 30 laps to go. The question is, do you really go get those tires now, or do you kind of save them and hope that there's another caution with 10 laps to go, you know, and you really need that set of tires?
Being honest with you, I would actually waited to like at least 20 to go, then go get a set of tires, then go back at it for the last 20. But we'll just have to see how everybody's pit strategy will have to go as soon as we go back to green.
Because you're also going to see Austin there and currently starting in P3 here. He stayed out as well here. So the question is, does the guys in the back that went to pit this time around, do they come shooting through this field?
You also got to think, if Austin didn't go in and get tires, and CP's going to get smoked right here at the beginning. We're just going to have to see.
Well, let's get ready for a bumpy roller coaster ride.
Pace car's off. Green flag. Back to restart.
Now the 03 going to get a great run here on the start here. Now looking like the 02 is going to run a little bit higher lane with the 95, is going to jump underneath here and try to take that inside lane.
Side with the 28. Battle for third place here. Still side by side, back straight away. Going into 3.
5 going to get a little bit free off that corner and get himself into the wall there. Rusty Robinson there, but doing his best to hold that momentum there currently in the P6.
Great time to start doing all this battling right here with 30 laps left to race.
Had a good little side-by-side battle there with the 28 and the 95. Looks like the 95 is going to back off a little bit, say, I'm going to try to save these tires for these last few laps here, and push it a little more towards the end here. Now, as the 28 is looking to make his way up this field, he's getting a little bit free there, trying to catch up to the 02. Now to the inside of the 02. The 02 running a little bit higher line here, as that's going to be able to let that 28 cut in underneath him.
Side by side now, front straightaway, right beside Bobby Joe, trying to get the P2 spot. Going around turn 1.
Now pushing the back of that 03. 02's going to lose a lot of momentum here now as Scott and the 28 get into each other.
Front of the field just got taken out.
And the 28 is
That's
flipping.
all my bad, Scott. Sorry about that.
All right, everybody, let's go back and take a look at that, everybody. Wow, what a wreck that was there. A lot of people going to get damage off of that. Hopefully they have a fast repair. Let's go take a look at that. The 02 having a little bit of right front damage there as well. Let's go back and see what we can see. All right, let's take a look at that in slow motion. All right, everybody, as we're getting ready to get restarted here for 20 laps to go as well. Everybody, it looks like the O2's got a little bit of front end damage, but he said he's going to send it. He's going to have to give it all it's got. Hopefully to keep these guys off of them here on this restart, as you don't know who's out there with fresh tires and who's not got any damage. Pace car's off.
Green flag. Slow start from that big accident we just had.
O2's going to get the better run here now. The 9 and the 8 of Alan Marr and Ronald here battling it out for P2.
Alan Marr now, Allison now trying to look for the inside, and Alan Marr going into 1. Single file now, back straight away. Going into 3.
Now we're going to see these drivers starting to pick up the pace here in these last 17 laps here, giving it all they can here to try to make those points count. Austin now trying to make his way around the 9 here. His teammates here putting on a good battle here for currently P3. 8 trying to tuck his way around the O2.
Going back to single file now, going to turn 3. Oh, Alan Marr now trying to go to the inside of Ronald. We're trying to see what's going on here now. Front straightaway.
These cars are very close here. Definitely putting on some real good battle here. All this top 7 is less than a tenth off of each other.
From 8th back, there's like 1 to 2 laps down between each driver back in the field. Now we're going back to single file now as Ronald trying to look on the inside of Bobby Lane. And the O2 now going to turn 3. We got a caution. There it is.
All right, taking a look at this here. It looks like the 12's just going to drive it in a little bit lower there, and he's going to drive it in a little bit harder there and get in the back of the 95. So that's going to be on Dan Collison there on the backside of the 95. All right.
bring out our 5th caution of this race. It's a pretty crazy one so far.
2 drivers going to not make it through the race tonight. 2 drivers going to be out. You know, going into another track next week, hopefully they'll get a little better luck and be able to pick up some of those points. But looking forward to see what the rest of this race happens to bring here, as we're less than 10 laps to go. Excited to see what's going to happen. Bobby Joe Lane there on that last restart there, he was really holding it together with all that damage there on that front end. The question is, can he do it again here with just 8 laps to go on this restart? All right, everybody, where's the last few laps here of the race, everybody? I just want to take a minute and say thank you to all of the sponsors again, everybody. CNL Carpets, everybody. Buchanan Resort, TW Perry, everybody. Let's not forget Bass Tire, everybody. Allen Tillery Buick GMC. Chasing Muscle Cars. Thank you to all of you. Much love to all of you out there. Thank you to all of the fans watching. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future races. Races brought to you every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll also be racing with Motor Mouth Broadcasting Truck Series on Sundays, everybody, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please make sure you subscribe to Motor Mouth Broadcasting and check us out. As we get on this green flag run here with 6 laps to go, y'all, the 02 is now starting to pull away from this field, and there's a big wreck again. The 5 and the 95 of Austin's going to get into each other. It doesn't look like a caution is going to be thrown here.
Takeout was a single car, and he looks like he's driving away, so hopefully Austin could use, hopefully they use his fast repair from the last accident. We'll just have to see when he goes in.
Unfortunately, going to really hurt the 95 here, as it's going to make him go into the pits and get that fixed. Such a bad night there for the 95 crew, but hopefully they'll be able to pick it up and get going.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Bud Light.
Alan Marr now starting to close that gap against the 02. The 02 is doing all he can to hold on to it with just 2 laps to go here.
Hopefully Bobby Joe can hold on when these last 2 laps to go.
Last tire car to victory lane is now the 9s trying to look to the inside. Final lap, everybody.
Final lap, back straightaway, side by side, Bobby Joe, right beside Alan Marr. This is going to be a close finish. We're just going to have to see. This is going to be really close. Oh, Bobby Joe wins it. Wins it.
The 02 is going to pull it off there with just a few seconds of a race lead there. The 02 pulls it off with Alan Marr going to take into that P2 position here, everybody. That was an amazing race from all of these drivers tonight. They did an outstanding job. Ronald's going to pull off in that P3 position here with Rusty Robinson going to be in the P4. Dan Collison's going to be in the P5. Joe Flash is going to take that P6 position with Bud Light Mike in P7. Andrew is going to step into P8. Austin Cornpros is going to be 9th place there. Scott Casnave's going to end up in P10 after getting into that trouble. And 11th place of Robert Yonke, everybody. And Daniel's going to end up in P12. That was a great, outstanding race. I cannot believe the 02 was able to pull that off with that damage there. Outstanding driving tonight. Great job. I don't even think he could do a burnout there. It looks like it's broke down there. I'm just saying. It kind of looks a little broke down. I don't know about y'all, but that's what it looks like to me. All right, everybody. As we get everybody up in here, let's see if we can get a few of these guys in here for some interviews. As there he goes. He's getting the burnout. He's getting it. It didn't run out of gas. It's got gas in it. All right. All right, now the O2's done burnt it down. Let's see if we can get them here in victory lane and have a talk with them here.
With this damaged car.
Well, so you got the O2 holding on to a nice strong race tonight here, pulling out all the stops in that Bass Tire late model stop. New gear, wearing his sponsorship clothes tonight, looking all fancy over there. We see you on the driver cam. How you feeling? So you led a lot of laps tonight. You was able to pull it off and do some amazing things. How you feeling? I definitely believe it did, you know, because we was talking about you there at the end. You had a lot of damage there at the end of this race, and you was able to hold it off, especially on that outside lane against Allen there. Y'all put on a good run there these last two laps. He got up there side by side with you, and I really thought there for a second he might have had you for a second, but you was able to hold on to it and keep going. Sir, well, you got any shout outs tonight? All right, well, we wish you a wonderful night and hope to catch you in the booth again this season, and good luck to you next week. All right, everybody, that's going to put Alan Marr in that P2 position. Man, we almost thought you had it in the bag there. Me and J-Dog was watching it and just started sweating here a little bit because the intensity was just real. Y'all definitely was putting on a close battle there at the end. You got to that inside lane. He had a lot of damage there. How was you feeling there them last few laps?
I felt pretty good. The cautions worked out in my favor with a little bit fresh tires and everybody else, but Bobby just got me off exit on 3 and 4, but didn't want to get into him, so just played the smart route and collect the points on a second place.
There's nothing wrong with that. Second place points is better than last place points, that's for sure.
That's right. We don't want to tear anything up in the first race.
That's it. That's it. So we're glad to have you in the booth. You got any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for putting this on. All the sponsors that help us have this week for week, and it.
We appreciate you coming in the booth and having a little chit chat with us. How you looking forward to next week?
I haven't even looked at what tracks next week, but I'm sure we'll hop in some practice. Hopefully I'll have a new steering wheel and pedals next week. That's another reason why I couldn't get into Bobby. I don't want him jacking the prices up on that wheel I need from him. So.
Yes, sir. You got to watch out for that one, huh? All right.
Right, you got to race people clean.
Well, we hope you have a wonderful night and hope to catch you in the booth again. We're going to see if our third place finisher, Ronald, is in Discord here, so we can pull him in for an interview. If not, I guess we'll be talking to him at a later time. But, yep, as we look next week as we go to South Boston.
Thanks, guys.
All right, it looks like we're not going to have Ronald here in the Discord, so we're not going to be able to give Ronald that interview for that P3 position. Hopefully we'll get him here at another time and be able to talk to him here. We'd love to talk to all these guys and just see how their how the race went, and see how the night went throughout the night. So thank you so much for everybody watching out there, y'all. Like I said, me and J-Dog really much appreciate you. The whole league appreciates all of you as well for watching and taking your time out to enjoy good racing here. So thank you so much, everybody. Y'all please make sure you come check us out next week at South Boston on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. And also, please don't forget to check us out Sunday with Motormouth Broadcasting in the Truck Series at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all make sure you go subscribe to his channel. And thank you. Much love to all of the sponsors once again. Hope you have a wonderful night.
We will see you at South Boston next Wednesday night.